I had to swap brake pads on the front because the old ones were getting kind of low. The pedal felt like it was getting long, and I just wanted to have a little more confidence in the brakes. The brake pads are new. They're advertised as kind of pre-bedded, but they're never 100% until you get to drive on them. So they're okay to race, but really they didn't have quite the output I was looking for, and I really wasn't too confident in them. That ended up biting me throughout the race, so let's take a look and see how it goes.
Dana Basinski, Eric Magnuson going to be on the front row. Dana getting only his second ever GLTC podium, as you pointed out in the last race. Arjuna, then it's Andy Smedegaard in third place, the race 3 winner. Leads the weekend points by just a handful over Eric Magnuson, Zilul Shukla, then Matt Waldbaum and Joel Morrison. And we'll show you on down a couple more rows here. Matthew Ibrahim, Ryan Kristoff in that very lightweight CRX inside the top 10. And then Eric Catil and Ayrton Grimm rounding out that top 10. But I think we're about ready to get racing here, Arjuna, so as the rest of the grid rolls down, here we go. Dana Basinski, Eric Magnuson on the front row. Time to go racing one final time for IBOT GLTC at MidWest Festival. The crowds are clearing, but the action is still about to pick up. Here we go, green flag, and we're underway.
Aggression from those further back. Ayrton Grimm pops out in the patchwork NC Miata, but Magnuson already trying to now fight up front. Dana Basinski slots back into second. Our championship leader roars the lead.
Wow, that is a strong start for the number 3 car. In the weekend points, he is going to be a factor as well with Andy Smedegaard right there. Dana trying to get right back to the rear bumper. These cars were very even earlier on.
Been a good stop from Eric Catil, though, I think, to stay out of the majority of trouble. He wanted to benefit from the invert. Hasn't worked out in that direction, but now in terms of his championship focus and weekend points as well, he's got some work to do with the clock ticking away. Dana Basinski closing up as we come toward the final part of the lap here. And you see the line points.
We did a pretty good start, and I'm running pretty good with Ayrton. I'm not really losing many positions. I let Catil get by and Ayrton, but after that, I was kind of holding my own for a bit.
Not bad, but that's asking for a lot of trouble.
Coming back around, Dana Basinski keeping pressure on the rear bumper of the number 3 of Magnuson. Andy Smedegaard looking to the inside of the team car. It's very tight in the top 10 here. Eric Catil around the outside in the backdrop. Keep an eye on that Hybrid Racing 82.
So he's up to 7th, so 2 spots gained on this opening lap. Crucial for him after the top 10 shootout yesterday did not go according to the plan. He's dealing with a bit of extra weight courtesy of the success that he's seen earlier in the season, but that's not an excuse by any means, just a bit of an explanation. Out wide there for Dana Basinski. Might open the door for Smedegaard to pop to the outside on the run-up towards turn 1. But Eric Magnuson will lead as we cross the line for the first time.
Yeah, great start there for Magnuson. Going to be hard to get anybody around that big-bodied M3. Look at Waldbaum to the inside of his teammate. That's very tight and dicey.
Remember, Waldbaum went off the track at the end of race 3 and opened the door for Zilul Shukla to get in front, and that's concertinaed up that battle back as they come up towards turn 3. It's a bit of a climb, one of the bits of elevation you do deal with on the lap.
Yeah, Eric Catil is behind a pack of 4, just at the tail half of the top 5 there. Waldbaum, Ibrahim, Catil, Grimm, Morrison, and Kristoff. But 7 or 8 car lengths between Smedegaard and Magnuson. Andy has been on top a couple times this weekend. Oh, trouble! Ball bumped in the grass, and we're 3 wide. Ibrahim in the middle, and Catil on the outside. He picks up 2 for 1.
Yeah, not the first time he's been off the track by any means, and now has to defend from Ayrton Grimm, who's also having to cover off. Looks like Morrison in that number 71, but like I said, good stop Eric Catil here to try and salvage some points on what has been a difficult Sunday. See what he can do as Smedegaard puts the pressure on his championship rival.
This is going to be fun. This weekend between these 2. It is not a good bump of that.
All right, let's watch the next lap. It's a doozy. Prepare to watch how to get past at Gingerman Raceway. that was brutal. I finally have a little bit of breathing room. I still have cars behind me, but I'm feeling a little better with the car, a little clean air to try to put my head down and some clean laps. This is where I actually get to make good laps and start to make some positions back up. might not seem like it on the onboard, but I am fighting so hard every single lap here, and it's really refreshing to get a full green run like this, to really just hammer laps and just get that feeling back instead of it being broken up so many times in so many races all weekend.